Well, hello out there in Facebook land and happy Friday to you. I'm really glad to be coming to you today because right now I happen to be among the 50 or so thousand people who are in the dark or who were in the dark. My lights came on about 3 minutes ago in Atlanta, Georgia because of the snowstorm. Now, I'm from the north. So when people say snowstorm, I'm talking about blizzard, no school. If the subway, the buses aren't running, that to me is a snowstorm. But I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, where there was 67 flakes of snow. 67 flakes of snow, and it took us an hour to drive 10 blocks. But I'm here welcoming you, one in a million, to awakening1million.com. Awakening 1 million, where I'm calling for 1 million people to awaken their minds to the power of thought, the power of holding conscious intention, the power of setting forth into the universe what it is that we desire. Awakening 1 million, 1 million minds. We're going to come together at a particular time on a particular day to hold a specific thought with the intention of creating a new energy in the world. This has been a very eventful week. Lots of stuff going on in the world, lots of narratives being fed to us. And I've been filming for the next season of Iyanla Fix My Life here in Atlanta. And it's been very interesting for me as a northerner to be in the South and see the differences, but also to hear the news, to hear the narrative that's coming across from the media, the narrative of people as they talk about the events of the world. And it just strikes me that so many people believe that we are powerless to make a change, that we are powerless to change the events and circumstances, not only of our individual lives, but also of the world. So many people have drank the Kool-Aid, and bought the hype about unless somebody says it's okay, we can't do it, and unless somebody with money or in power or somebody in charge, some leader somewhere says that it's going to be a certain way, we have no power over that. And I'm looking at Alabama. Alabama, wake up, everybody. You've got something very important happening in your state next week. And it's really going to speak to what people believe and what people hold in their hearts, what people hold in their minds is possible. It is possible for the people to wake up and make a statement about what is and what isn't acceptable. And just like it's important and possible in Alabama, it's important and possible in Baltimore, in Detroit, in Chicago, in Philly, in New York, right here in Atlanta. Wake up. Create another narrative. I went again through the thread last week after I did the Awakening 1 Million live on Wednesday, and I went through the thread, and it's just so amazing to me about the narrative people put out into the universe over this incredibly powerful medium that we have. This medium of Facebook, to be able to do this thing live. It sends electricity and sound and light and color, and people are putting forth narratives of struggle and hardship and difficulty and wanting to end their life because they may not realize, or they may have forgotten, or perhaps they never even knew that they have the power to change, the power to create, the power to redirect, the power to establish new situations and conditions in their minds and in their lives. And that's what Awakening 1 Million is about. So we've been reviewing this week. We did a review on assignment 1, which was about identifying our own negative thoughts. I showed you my book, where even I, after so many years of doing this self-healing, self-improvement, spiritually awakening work, that I still have negative thoughts. And if I'm thinking about it, and if I know they're there and I'm catching them, imagine the hundreds of thousands of people that don't understand what they're doing in their lives each time they say, it's hard, I'm struggling, I can't. And listen, I know times are hard, times are difficult. I've got difficult things going on in my life, but I try to use my mind to redirect them and recreate them, not giving power to what I don't want. Be mindful. We did a review this week of negative thoughts. So be mindful of speaking life into what you don't want. I don't want this. I don't want this to keep going on. I don't want to be alone. Be mindful. So we reviewed that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, which is today and tomorrow, we're calling forth the good. What is the good in you that you can call forth? That's a way that you can redirect your mind. It's not as simple as having positive thoughts. It's not that simple. It's about redirecting your mind, about who you are, about how you stand, about what you want, about what you're calling forth into your life. You know, you harvest. Every thought that you plant in your life and in the world is going to yield you a harvest. So when you give time and energy and attention and focus to what you don't want, what happens is you give that energy and you get more of that. Many of us don't understand why we're still in the same situation, whether it's with money or relationships or our health. We give power to what we don't want. So be mindful. Now on Sunday, we're going to start focusing on an intention. Awakening 1 million with an intention statement of how we want to be, bringing ourselves into alignment with the one mind, the divine mind of life, getting into the flow, so that we can get it on and popping. That's what the young people taught me. Let's get it on and popping. Yeah, on and popping. We want to be in alignment. And then on the 15th, we are going to hold a thought for 17 seconds. That's what Awakening 1 Million is about. So if you are just joining us and you don't really know what this is all about, go to Awakening One, the word one, O-N-E, awakening1million.com. And there you can get all of the assignments, the lessons. I say assignments, but they're lessons, they're the prayers. I also have a meditation there for you. 5 minutes of meditation is like 5 hours of positive light and energy coming into your life. And I voiced the meditation for you that'll guide you through it in my own voice, and so that you can just get your mind right for 5 minutes. Okay, I think the meditation is 7 minutes long, and it's all free. So I'm giving you these things and calling us all forward into awakening1million.com. so that we can have an impact. It doesn't matter what city you're in, what country you're in, what state you're in, we are going to send forth a positive thought. Not even a positive thought, but a powerful thought. Because the law of cause and effect, the law of correspondence, the law of attraction says what you hold in your mind will manifest in kind. I was reading through the thread, and there was a man who said that I was selling you all or giving you all, what did he say? Word salad, meaning words all mixed up together, telling you that you can create, manifest something with a thought. And he challenged me. He wanted to know what my scientific effort, research was, and how was I going to prove that it could happen. It happens every day. It happens in our life every single day, because the mind is an instrument of creation. Not the brain, but the mind. That means the energy. That means our thoughts and our beliefs and our perceptions and our judgments and our teachings. And some of us have been taught some very distorted, strange things about who we are and about what is and isn't possible in life. We have a narrative running in our mind that keeps us away from the creative table. So at awakening1million.com, we're saying, wake up your mind. Use the power of your mind to get yourself a seat at the table of life so that we can create what it is that we desire. So again, if you want to be 1 in a million, if you want to join us in holding this powerful thought, and my thought is that, or my intention with this process as I've been guided to do it, is that we can create the tide, recreate the tide of energy in this world, in this country particularly. in this country, because what's going on in this country is affecting the world. You know, we want a more focused, conscious leadership. We want more unity and harmony among races and ages and economic groups of people. We want more equality and justice. You know, we still have our football players who are African American men who are taking a knee against the injustice in this country. And it doesn't matter whether you believe they should or shouldn't, or it's not about the flag. Someone took their narrative and shifted it to something else. It's not about that. It's about, I'm kneeling down on behalf of what I believe in. And I'm not going to stand up for something that doesn't honor and support me. Even awakening our minds to be more tolerant of people's right to ask for what it is that they need and they want. So all of that is included, but our thought isn't going to be about one group or one person or one thing or one issue. It's going to be about creating more peace, more harmony, more justice, more equality, consciousness in the world. So Awakening 1 Million, the word 1 million.com. You can get all the information there. This is our 4th week. This was our review week. Next week, we're going to do a very clear intention statement. Affirmation. An affirmation, calling the truth into being before we hold the thought and send it out into the world. So I want to thank all of you who've shown up, who signed up. If you signed up and haven't gotten anything, send an email to, I don't want to know if I want to give out that email address. Put it in the thread if you haven't gotten anything, and I'll put the email address out there, and we'll make sure that you get your all access pass to all of the prayers and the affirmations and the assignments and the works and the song. And listen, this weekend, things are getting really chaotic now because of the holiday. Use your mind. Use your mind when you're driving. Use your mind if you're shopping. Let us not get so wrapped up and hysterical about trying to give something that we may not be able to afford, that we forget simple things like peace and joy and stillness and quiet and silence. Please don't overspend. Please don't overspend, because you never know in today's world what's going to happen from one day to the next. So don't load up all your credit cards, all right? I also wanted to let you know that tonight at 8 o'clock on, I think it's Fox or CBS, I'm not really sure. Oh my God, that's terrible. I'm going to do a guest appearance on Jane the Virgin. Yeah, it'll only be about 2.5 minutes, but I'll be there. So if you watch the show, thank you. And if you don't watch it and you want to tune in for the night, I'll be very grateful. Also, I told you last week that in January, I'm going on tour, solo tour, with my new book for the first time in 18 years. 18 years in some cities, probably 16. But the big thing is I'm going home. I'm coming across this country so I can go home to Brooklyn. And I'm going to stop at various cities along the way. So I hope you'll come out and see me. Now, if you live in Boston or Philly or, where's the other place? Boston or Philly or Florida, I think. Oh, I can't remember, and I can't look it up. But the tickets are going to go on sale next week. So that makes a great Christmas present, right? I don't know why the tickets are going on so early. I won't be there till February, but the tickets are going on sale next week because they're afraid of a sellout, so they want to get it out early. So if you're in Boston or Philly or whatever the other city is, the tickets will be on sale next week. I can't tell you where now because I don't know. So hopefully when I come back on Monday, I'll have that information. So start putting your little money, your little pennies away so that you can get your ticket to come see me in Philly. You know, I used to live in Philly. Philly is one of my second hometowns. So, awakening1million.com. Use your mind. Use your mind. Let's do this experiment. Want to do this experiment with me? Here it is. I want you to write down something that you want. 20 words or less. I'm not talking about, you want a Porsche. Something that you want to experience in your life. Write it down. Something like, I want more peace in my family, or I want to feel better about myself. I want financial freedom. I want whatever. Write it down. I want you to write it down today before you go to bed, and then for the next 7 days, every day that you wake up, write your sentence down. And every night before you go to bed, write it down for 7 days. Just write it down. Just write it down every morning and every night for 7 days. Just write it, what you want. 20 words or less, not a whole page and a whole paragraph. Okay? And something that you believe you can have. See, that's a problem. Very often we ask for stuff we don't believe we can have. And then we ask for it and we worry about it. We don't want to do that. Write down something every morning, every night. Just write it on a piece of paper, leave it at the side of your bed, and let's see what happens. Let's see how little things begin to come into your life and little events, little circumstances start to happen so that you can have that thing you want, okay? Not a home if you're unemployed. That's not going to happen in 7 days, okay? Or not a partner if you don't go nowhere to find one. That may not happen in 7 days. But something you want to experience, something more like peace or joy or confidence or love or whatever that you want to experience in your life. Not things that, well, you can write down things too. You really can. But if you don't believe you can have it, you're not going to get it. Awakening1million.com. That's what this is about. Go get your lessons. I'm going to come back on Monday so that we can get geared up for the end of the week to hold our positive and powerful thought. You have a blessed and beautiful weekend. If you're in Atlanta where there are 87 flakes of snow on the ground, please drive carefully. Because people are hysterical. They don't know. I'm from New York, okay? This is not snow to me. But I want to respect everybody's experience. So have a great weekend. 8 o'clock, Jane the Virgin. Philly and Boston. I don't know why I can't think of the other city. There's another city. I don't know what it is. There are 3 cities. Tickets are going on sale next week so that you can come out and see me where we're going to do some hands-on work and you get a copy of my new book. So I'll see you then. Okay? Have a great weekend. Mwah. Bye.